A very good evening, friends. Welcome to the Departmental Degree Distribution Program of Humanity and Social Science as part of the 57th convocation of IIT Madras. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we are unable to hold it in person, but it cannot stop us from celebrating the occasion. We are thankful to Professor Rishikesh Sri Krishnan, Director, IIM Bangalore, who has agreed to grace the occasion and also present amongst us to distribute the awards and degrees to the graduates virtually. The entire process is recorded in order to avoid any technical glitches. So first 40-45 minutes, we are going to webcast the recording. So without without wasting any time, let me begin the streaming of the record. Then after the formal process gets over, we will have an informal session where the students who are willing to share their experiences, they can share their experiences, and the faculty members who want to share say a few words, they will also be welcome to do so. I've received a couple of messages from some of the students, particularly Vignesh and Gasant. Again, in order to to avoid any technical glitches, they have signed it in advance. So I'm going to play them as well. So now, without wasting any time, let me share the video, the recording, and then we will have. So I formally welcome you all to the degree distribution program.
welcome to our first ever online convocation ceremony here at the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at IIT Madras. My name is Madhavi Krishnamurthy, and it is my pleasure as faculty member of the department to welcome you all to this singular event. We know that this has been a particularly interesting year and has prevented us from celebrating you in the manner that you deserve. However, we hope that the next hour or so will allow us to convey to you how valuable it has been to spend time with you and to celebrate you online, albeit in as small and as heartfelt a manner as possible. I welcome you all, and let me begin by inviting Professor Umakant Dash, head of our department, to present the annual report of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mathangi. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Rishikesh Sri Krishna, Director, IIM Bangalore, graduates, colleagues, and other invitees. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 57th convocation of the Department of Humanities and Social Science, IIT Madras. Though I would have been happier to see the empty chairs in front of me being occupied by you. As you can imagine, this is the worst of times and this is the best of times. Worst of times because the pandemic has pushed us to a situation that alienates us from one another. And best of times because it has given us an opportunity to explore possibilities that we otherwise would not have known possible. A virtual convocation such as this is one such possibility, and you are the first batch to graduate virtually. In spite of all the difficulties and uncertainties, you were able to stand up to the situation and successfully complete all the requirements and graduating with flying colors. Today, it is our privilege to have Professor Krishnan as the chief guest who will address our graduates and officially award the degree certificates, of course, virtually. This year, we'll be awarding degrees to 40 graduates, that includes 33 MA and 7 PhD students. You may already be aware that IIT Madras not only retains the first position in the NIRF for the 5th year in a row, but also the first position for overall performance among the universities in India for 2nd consecutive year. IIT Madras has also been identified as Institute of Eminence by Government of India. The credit goes to the students, faculty and staff in this effort to establish ourselves as academic leaders. Having said that, we cannot afford to rely on the past laurels. We must keep pushing our limits and strive for the best and finest that human can aspire for. Department matters. In 2019-20, the department added 1 faculty member in the area of history of science and a visiting faculty for teaching Chinese language. We are proud to continue hosting Professor K.S. Kannan as Sant Rajendra Singh Ji Maharaj, Chair Professor in the department. Dr. Girija Vaidyanathan, the former Chief Secretary of the Government of Tamil Nadu and alumnus of the Department of HSS, has joined us as a Professor of Practice. Academic research. During 2019-20, the department faculty members and research scholars have published 5 books and more than 40 research papers in the Journal of High Repute. They also have presented more than 50 papers in national and international conferences and have been nominated to various national and international advisory boards. Let me take this opportunity to highlight the contribution of few research scholars of the department to give an idea the diversity of the department as well as the quality of research being carried out by our researchers under the supervision of faculty of the department. Mr. M. Balaji, in his research title, Negotiating Poverty, Study on Density Effect Around Poverty Line for Indian States, studied the density effect around the poverty line to understand the crowding effect. Mr. Justin Joseph, in his thesis, State Action and Agency, Structure, Interaction, the People's Republic of China, explicated the nature of interaction between state and environmental non-governmental organizations. Ms. Tapasya J, in her thesis, Dynamics of Malabar Mapila Malayalam and Projecting Identity, a socio-linguistic analysis, examined the variation of Mapila Malayalam. Mr. Ranjit R examined the spatial distribution of foreign direct investment and manufacturing sector in his thesis titled special distribution of foreign direct investment, and industrial agglomeration in India. Mr. Visak M., in his thesis titled Islamic Traditionalism in a Globalizing World, a study of Sunni Muslim identity formation and contemporary Kerala, attempted to understand religious identity formation in a globalizing world. Mr. Muhammad Ali PK presented his thesis work titled Religion, Community and Masculinity, a study of Mapila Muslim men in Malabar. Mr. Suresh M., in his thesis titled Body, Brain and Free Will, a philosophical study on the notion of consciousness, critically examined the nature, function and emergence of consciousness from epistemological, metaphysical, logical and cognitive science perspective. Research Center for Technology and Policy is engaged in the assessment study of PM Arogya Yojana in the state of Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, being supported by WHO and Access Health International. The center has also signed an MOU with Department of School Education, Government of Tamil Nadu, to develop technology-based augmenting learning methods and demonstrate the effectiveness of such methods in government schools in Tamil Nadu. It's a matter of pride for all of us that the government of Tamil Nadu has initiated a plan to house the State Health System Resource Center, which is going to be set up in the Department of HSS to undertake research to strengthen the public health systems. This center is the outcome of the involvement of many of the faculty members and research scholars and the continuous engagement with the state and the center by undertaking policy-relevant research. The China Study Center, under the auspices of IITM China Study Center, Professor Kamal Seal, visiting faculty at the Indian Institute of Technology, BHU, delivered a talk on 70 years of Chinese Communist Revolution in retrospect. Also, a workshop on writing of history, dilemma and predicament of Chinese nationalism and the agenda of modernity was organized for PhD scholars. Socially relevant projects. Under the Socially Relevant Project Initiative in 2019-20, the department coordinates the new internship approved by the Prime Minister of India's Sri Narendra Modi ji and the Ministry of Human Resource Development on the theme of technology and rural development. Academic distinctions by faculty members and students. In recognition of their academic achievements, the faculty members and students have been bestowed with several academic distinctions, members of editorial boards of various journals. Dr. Abhishek Purohit was awarded the Meenakshi Mukherjee Prize 2019 for the best published paper of the year by Indian Association for Commonwealth Literature and Language Studies. Dr. Joe Thomas Karikatu was awarded the Young Faculty Recognition Award for the year 2020. Dr. Abhishek Purohit, Dr. Subhas S. and Dr. Santosh Kumar Sahu has been invited to serve as editorial board members of reputed journals. Mohammad Jaman won the Best Paper Award under the PhD Scholar category for his paper titled Financial Deregulation and Convergence in Bank Performance, Evidence from Indian Commercial Banks in the Annual Economics Conference held at Ahmedabad during November 16-17, 2019. Ramanathan Raghunathan received the Meera Sinha Bhattacharjee Award 2019 by the Institute of Chinese Studies, Delhi. Melvin James won the Institute Merit Prize for having the best academic record in the department. Melvin has also won the Dr. Dilip Veeraraghavan Memorial Award for the Best Student in Development Studies. Professor A.V. Krishna Rao Memorial Award for the Best Student of English Studies is won by Teja M. George and Aswati Venugopal. Melvin James got the Sri M.N. Ramachandran and Srimati Gauri Appadurai Ramachandran Prize for having the best academic record over the first 2 years of integrated MA degree program. Industrial consultancy and sponsored research. During the academic year 2019-20, the department received 3 sponsored projects worth of rupees 1.26 crore and 9 industrial research and consultancy projects worth rupees 3.02 crores, which includes projects from World Health Organization, Access Health International, Airport Authority of India, and Department of Biotechnology. Continuing education and contribution to the national education system. Through the Institute Center for Continuing Education, the department offered an AICTE-approved short-term course on appreciating linguistic and interdisciplinary approach during 7th to 12th October 2019. The objective of the course was to help the participants understand the complexity of linguistic structure and in an interdisciplinary domain, and to facilitate the participants to be engaged in a technically demanding enterprise called language. The department also added a couple of NPTEL courses in 2019-20. Seminars and workshops. Every year, the students of the department invite graduate students from across the country to discuss and contribute to a theme of contemporary relevance during the two-day academic annual conference. This year, we had the 9th edition of the annual conference during 23rd to 25th January on the theme Rethinking Violence. The conference saw 5 keynote lectures by distinguished academicians such as Dr. Malavigan, Associate Professor at National Institute of Advanced Studies, Dr. Mova Upadhyay, Associate Professor of Sociology at IIT Delhi, Dr. Paulomi Chakravarti, and Professor K. Chokliangam, Chairperson, Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development. The department organized during 13 to 14 February 2020 the second international conference on indigenous language in association with IIT Patna. The department also hosted the 14th annual conference of Knowledge Forum in partnership with Tata Trust during 11th to 13th October 2019. A workshop titled Republic of Plants were organized by John Bosco Ludusamy, Santos Abraham, and Roland Vidji during 10 to 14th December 2019, which was an extension of our joint research and book writing project on moving crops and the scale of history. The department also organized a few workshops in 2019-20, including the Kenyan review writing workshop, which was jointly organized by IIT Madras and Kenyan College, Gambia, USA. Invited talks, lectures organized by the department. Like previous years, the department organized research, discussion, lecture series by inviting eminent researchers from various domains to share their experiences with us. The speakers include Dr. Rajabrat Banerjee from University of South Australia Business School, Dr. Deepak Paramasiva from University of Alberta, Dr. M.G. Prasad, Professor Emeritus, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Stevens Institute of Technology, New Jersey, Dr. B. Hariharan, Professor, Institute of English, University of Kerala, Dr. Usha Nair, School of Economics, Georgia Tech, Dr. Roger Linus, former Chief Historian, NASA. Under the Alumni Speak lecture, our alumnus, Ms. Krupa Maria Varghese, Program Director, OXO Hub, interacted with the students and shared her thoughts and experience. Addition of infrastructure. In 2019-20, the department added 10 faculty rooms and additional space for the research scholars to accommodate the rising demand of new research scholars, faculty, guest faculty rooms. Extracurricular and co-curricular activities. The co-curricular and extracurricular activities, apart from the regular academic pursuit, are the integral part of the students' life and in the institute. In 2019-20, many department students who work with the cultural sphere of the institute contributed as club coordinators and conveners. Kamala Devi was adjudged the best swimmer under the women's category at the 35th Inter-IIT Aquatic Meet held at IIT Kharagpur. Many students of the department representing the institute in the Inter-IIT Cultural Meet held at IIT Bombay also received accolade for the institute. Arya Rochal Thomas bagged first prize for Western solo singing competition. Parvati Srijit got the first prize for online modeling contest. Aditya Parameswaran, Asim Chaudhary, and Tejas S received the first prize for MELA quiz. Mahima S, Azmal Hussain, and Baladitya B got the second prize for a stage play. Kavya K.N., Janani Balaji, and Alina Santosh received the second prize for group dance. Naomi got the third prize for band competition. Placement of the department. The year 2019-20 saw the highest jump in terms of placement, as 15 students got placed through both institute and department placement sections. The organizations that made offers to our students are PricewaterhouseCoopers, CleanMax Solar, Citibank, Uraval Stay Private Limited, E-Vidyalok, Piramal Foundation, Karadi Path, the Hindu Step, Multi-Story Learning Private Limited, Dundee Foundation, Teach for India. HS department had the highest place ratio among all departments in the institute placement in 2019-20, with a figure of 91% student getting placed. 7 students of the graduating batch of 2020 opted for higher studies in prestigious institutions both in India and abroad in diverse fields of study. Acknowledgement. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Director, Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, for his encouragement and guidance, Deans, Chairperson CCE, Placement, CCW, and Engineering Unit for their support. My sincere thanks to Mr. Kannan, Executive Producer and Senior Consultant, and his team for the help in the production of the program. I wish to thank all my colleagues and office staff for their wholehearted support and contribution in the conduct of this event, as well as to the growth of the department. I would like to thank our chief guest, Rishikesh Krishnan, for gracing this convocation. We are indeed privileged to have him with us today for him to share his experience and insight with us. Before I end, I would like to congratulate all the graduates today and wish them happiness, professional success, and fulfillment in the journey of their lives. I am confident that they will make a difference to the larger cause of national building. God bless you. Jai Hind. Now I request Dr. Mathangi to introduce the chief guest and invite him to address the gathering.
Thank you, Professor Dash. It is a pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our chief guest, Professor Rishikesh Krishnan, Director, Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Professor Krishnan is a renowned academic, author, and columnist who was former director of IIM Indore from 2014 to 2018. Under his dynamic leadership, IIM Indore accomplished many laurels and became one of the leading business schools in India. Professor Krishnan graduated from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, received a Master's of Science from Stanford University in the US, and then was also a fellow at IIM Ahmedabad. As you can tell, he dons many hats. His main areas of interest are strategy and innovation. He has been a visiting fellow at many universities, including the Center for the Advanced Study of India, University of Pennsylvania, the Indian School of Business, ISB at Hyderabad, and he has also held the Jamuna Raghavan Chair in Entrepreneurship at IIM Bangalore from 2007 to 2010. Professor Krishnan has published widely in peer-reviewed journals and with various national and international publishing houses. Professor Krishnan's book, 8 Steps to Innovation, Going from Jugaad to Excellence, co-authored with Vinay Dabulkar, won the Best Book Award for 2013-2014 from the Indian Society for Training and Development. Prior to that, his other book, From Jugaad to Systemic Innovation, The Challenge for India, proposed a blueprint for India to enhance its innovation output. Professor Krishnan is an active public policy expert as well and has been a member of various committees. He was part of the Justice Sri Krishna Committee to evolve a data protection framework for India from 2017 to 2018. He was nominee director on the Higher Education Financing Agency and has been so since 2017. He is member appointments board for whole-time directors of public financial institutions. He is member appointments board for CEOs, EDs of public sector banks, and these are just a few of his accomplishments. Professor Krishnan has also provided consultancy to various premier organizations such as Mazgaon Docks Shipyard Limited, Taban Offshore Limited, Murugappa Group, Suskin, etc., and also top management, Docks at RBI, Philips Innovation Center, NXP Semiconductors, Samtel Color, Jet Airways, General Electric, Eaton Corporation, 3M India, Honeywell Tech Solutions, Intel India, etc. In recognition of his contribution to society, he has also been bestowed with several prestigious awards and recognitions. To name just a few, Change Maestro and Institution Builder of the Year from Industry Academia Conference, January of 2019, and Bharat Asmita Acharya Shreshtha Award from the MIT Group of Institutions in 2017. Please do join me in giving Professor Rishikesh Krishnan a very warm welcome. May I please invite him now to address the gathering.
Hello, I'm delighted to be with all of you today. My congratulations to all those of you who have got degrees this year in the convocation from the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. My congratulations to the awardees from the master's programs in development studies and English studies, and to all of you who have got PhD degrees. This is a very proud day, I'm sure, for all of you, and my best wishes are with you in your careers going ahead. Humanities and social sciences could not have been more important than at this time. You can just see the complexity of social phenomena and how important a rigorous study of the humanities and social sciences is. There's so many policy questions which keep coming up, which need rigorous analysis. There's so much data available today that permits such analysis. And you need to have a good understanding of tools and techniques and the perspectives and theories of all these humanities and social sciences in order to give good advice, whether it be to a company, to the government, or to anyone else. I'm sure all of you are extremely well prepared by the rigorous curriculum at IIT Madras to play this role in the years ahead. And so my best wishes are with you in performing these roles going ahead. I just wanted to share with you some thoughts on what roles you can play and also who could be the inspiration or motivation for you as you go forward. Because obviously, any career today, any role you play is going to be challenging. And therefore, it's going to be very important for all of you to be able to overcome all the challenges that you face going forward. So let me talk a little bit about this. The first challenge I think you're going to face is just understanding the complexity of problems. I mean, India has lots and lots of problems which require the humanities and social sciences. But I don't think you will be able to address these unless you get totally immersed in these problems. So my first suggestion to you would be, please get into the field, please get deep into all the phenomena that are happening around and try to address problems that are real and need addressing. In particular, I think there's a huge potential for policy research, particularly because of the changes that are happening all around us, whether it be driven by digital or whether it be driven by societal phenomena. There's just so many things the government and society wants to do. And if you can bring your skill set and if you can bring your understanding of how to work with data to this situation, you folks can do a wonderful job in addressing many of these issues. Particularly, I would mention here the fact that we have Aadhaar, we have India Stack, we have a new health stack. Many of these digital platforms are going to be generating humongous amounts of data in the years ahead. And we need people who can work with this data, interpret it, draw meaningful conclusions. And a group of people like you who are graduating from IIT Madras are particularly well equipped to do this. Now, for all of this, we need to seek inspiration from some people who have taken on these challenges and really taken on these challenges well. So I would like to share with you some examples of people who, in my view, have really taken on very meaningful challenges and addressed them. And I'm hoping that by sharing their stories with you, some of you will feel enthused to do something similar. The first hero I would like to mention is Dr. G. Venkateswamy, or Dr. GV as he was popularly called. You might have heard about him. He's the person who founded the world famous Arvind Eye Care or Arvind Eye Hospital. And he had a very interesting history. He worked in the government health service. He somehow felt the government was not doing a good enough job. So when he retired from the health service, he took up the challenge of trying to curb needless blindness. And this is the mission which he pursued for the rest of his life. And some of you might know Arvind Eye Care has done more than, let me look at the number, more than 6 million eye surgeries at some of the most competitive costs globally and with quality levels which are comparable to the best levels in the world. So here's an outstanding role model for us. Let me talk about another role model. Recently at IMB, we had Dr. Gagandeep Kang as our Foundation Day speaker. Dr. Kang is the first Indian woman to be elected Fellow of the Royal Society. She has done outstanding work in the field of controlling the rotavirus. She was involved in developing a rotavirus vaccine. She has worked on similar viruses and enteric diseases which affect infants and kids for most of her career. And she has pursued this with really admirable vigor and commitment. And she continues to do so. You've probably seen her on TV in the context of the COVID pandemic. She's a very impressive, rigorous scientist who really pursues these challenges with great attention to detail and a great amount of scientific integrity. The third person I would like to mention today is Dr. Devi Shetty, who is the chairman of the board of governors of our institute. But more importantly, he is the founder of Narayana Healthcare. And as the founder of Narayana Healthcare, he has taken upon himself the mission of providing affordable healthcare, particularly affordable cardiac care to people all over India and now across the world. Once again, he's a person who's taken on a really huge challenge. Today, he's doing cardiac surgeries at a cost of about 1/20th the cost of what it costs globally to do those surgeries. And as a result, he's able to take affordable healthcare to millions of people across the world. But you might be thinking when I'm talking about these people, hey, we are not doctors. Why are you giving us all these examples of doctors? I'm giving you these examples of doctors because these are people who've taken on really big challenges and tried to address them. Can we find similar challenges in our own domains? Of course. Let me talk about some other people. Another big hero of mine is Ela Bhatt. Many of you might know that Ela Bhatt was the founder of the organization called Self-Employed Women's Association in Ahmedabad. She had her early training in the textile labor movement in Gujarat. But then she started wondering, why can't people who are self-employed, there is women who are self-employed, why can't they be brought together in a union so that they could have the same benefits that unions could have in an organized labor situation? And she built up SEVA, which is today one of the largest union of self-employed people in the world. Or you even take our union finance minister, you take Nirmala Sitharaman. She did a bachelor's degree from Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College in Trichy, Bachelor of Arts degree. She went on to do her master's in JNU. And today, of course, she's the finance minister of one of the most important economies in the world. What do you think of that as a source of inspiration? Or you can consider somebody like Ravi Venkatesan, former MD of Microsoft in India. Today, he's working as the co-founder of the Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship. With others, he is committed to creating an entrepreneurial movement in India that results in 10 million new entrepreneurs, half of whom are women, who will create 50 million livelihoods by the year 2030. Or take the case of Meera Shenoy, who is the founder of an organization called Youth for Jobs, who won the National Award for Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities in 2017. Youth for Jobs essentially looks around at skilling and finding jobs for persons with disability. And they've been doing a wonderful job. They address the needs of thousands of people with disability every year. Or take another case, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. Take the case of Bezwada Wilson, the Raymond Magsaysay Award winner for 2016, whose mission in life is ending the practice of manual scavenging and helping those engaged in it find more dignified work. Take the case of Dr. Anantha Nageshwaran, who is a columnist, an author. He's on the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. He has a background as an investment banker. He's been the dean of IFMR Business School. And he makes regular significant contributions to the improvement of the Indian economy. So that's what even an independent consultant or an independently employed person can do if he sets his mind to doing so. So you can see we have several great examples of people who have taken on very interesting career challenges and performed them very admirably. Let me even take the example of Chetan Bhagat. Chetan Bhagat, as many of you might know, did his MBA. He worked again in the investment banking industry. Today, of course, he's a full-time author. And according to one assessment, he's the biggest selling English language novelist ever to have been seen in India. So that's the kind of achievement you can have. For those of you who are completing your PhD or those from the master's programs who are going on to do a PhD later, we have several outstanding examples of Indians who have made significant impact through the quality of their research and thought processes. Think of Professor Amartya Sen, Nobel Prize winner 1998, Bharat Ratna 1999, who developed this wonderful capability-based approach to development and made significant contributions to the UN Human Development Report. Or if you're looking for somebody at the other end of the spectrum, look at Professor Jagdish Bhagwati, who is perhaps one of the strongest proponents of free trade as an important driver of growth and development. Globalization may not be so much in fashion today, but Professor Bhagwati's ideas have made a significant impact on organizations like UNCTAD, WTO, etc. Of course, we have more recent people as well. Think of Professor Abhijit Banerjee, the Nobel Prize winner for economics in 2019, who has been commended for his experimental approach to alleviating global poverty. We all know the contribution he has made along with his fellow researchers to the whole concept of randomized controlled trials. So he's another outstanding person we could look up to or we could seek to emulate in our careers ahead. We don't even need to think of such very high-profile public figures. Let me tell you about one of my colleagues, Professor Hema Swaminathan, a professor in the Center for Public Policy at IIM Bangalore. A paper that she wrote, which came out of an international project that she was a co-author and a co-PI of, was selected as one of the 6 best papers in the Journal of Economic Inequality that are representative of what economics can bring to the study of inequality. So as you can guess, that's her focus. She studies inequality, particularly gender inequality, with a huge amount of commitment and achieves pretty incredible results in the research she does. Or you could think of somebody like Geeta Gopinath, who is a professor at Harvard, today the chief economist of the International Monetary Fund, winner of the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman of 2019, a world-renowned expert on international finance and macroeconomics. So what can we learn from all these people? What can we learn from all these role models who have made significant impact in the world through their careers? One important takeaway for me has been that they struggled hard to find a cause or a theme they really believed in, and then they remained focused on trying to address that theme for much of their life. It's like Professor Amartya Sen, who's looked at how can you get human potential and sort of build it up and motivate people through building capabilities so that they can be more self-dependent and guide their own economic destiny. This has to be something you believe in passionately. So you need to experiment when you are young, maybe in the few years now after your PhDs or master's programs, to find those 1 or 2 themes which really excite you and interest you, and that can become your life's mission. Once you have done that, you need to build on your skills, look at continuous improvement, deliberate practice to sharpen your skills so that you can really take that life's mission forward and make a significant impact in whatever you do. So essentially what I'm trying to suggest to you, or what I'm trying to share with you today, is that you have had the advantage of a wonderful, rigorous education at IIT Madras. You are in a country where there are significant problems and challenges before us. You have the skill set which can help you contribute to addressing these challenges. I'm hoping that in the years ahead, you will identify 1 or 2 challenges that really excite you, and that you will make the effort to address those challenges and create an impact through what you do. This will be the best way that you can pay back to society, that you can pay back yourself, that you can contribute back to your families and to the world around you. And I wish you all the best in pursuing this mission. Thank you once again, and all the best for your careers ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kishan, for such a wonderful speech, and really it makes a lot of sense. Let me first read out the names of the award winners. Dr. Dilip Viryadhan Memorial Award is awarded to Mary James, the best economic effort in the integrated MA program in development studies. Professor A.V. Krishna Rao Memorial Award is awarded to Elza M. George and Aswati Venugopal for the best academic report in the Indian program in studies. Sri M.N. Ramachandran and Srimati Gauri Appadurai Ramachandran Prize has gone to Mr. Melvin James for the best academic report in the first 2 weeks of integrated MA degree program. Humanities graduation list of communities 2020. Doctor of Philosophy, PhD. Mr. Muhammad Ali PK. Mr. Visak MS. Mr. Balaji M. Mr. Justin Joseph. Ms. Tapasya J. Ms. Ipsita Raksit. Mr. Ranjit R. Now the list of graduates. Master of Arts MA. Melvin James. Teja M. George. Aswati Venugopal. Tirtha Raj. Akshay S. Kumar. Ajit K.R. Avinash R. Vittal Nilotwal Sadangi. Devanand H. Guru Darshan G. Jyotsna Jayasankar K. Carulius Basmatarai. Insuk Parmar. L.R. Kamala Devi. Mahima M. Meenakshi Kumar. P. Suma. Priyambada R. Ramya Kannan. Rani Unnamale K. Ranjani Srinivasan. Ratnika Akira Thomas. Rohita Narahari Seti. Setu Lakshmi VG. Sweta Venkatesh. Saurabh Rems. Srihari AP. Sunena Bose. Upasana Bhattacharjee. Vasant Kumar DG. Vignesh K. Vimal George. Saranya Krishna Kumar Mena. I now invite the toppers of the Development Studies and English Studies to address the gathering. First, Mr. Melvin James, the topper of the Development Studies, and then Ms. Aswati Venugopal, the topper of English Studies.
Hi all, respected chief guest, dear Professor Dash, professors and my dear friends. Congrats to all of us for convocating from one of the best institutes in this country in one of the best programs in humanities and social sciences. All the best and prayers to all of you. I am extremely thankful to my department, to my professors, for all their courses, for their support, and for all that they have been for the past 5 years of my life, really shaping me, helping me think a lot, understand a lot, and grow a lot. Thank you all. Thank you, dear professors. Thank you, Professor Dash. Thank you, department. When 5 years ago, when I passed this examination, it never crossed my mind that I'm going to spend my 5 years with a bunch of people from the rest of the country. I was excited about getting into an institution that I really love and a program that I really look forward to. But 5 years down the lane, I really understand that along with the program, along with the knowledge that it provided, along with the thought that it provoked, it was also really about my batch and my bunch of people who surrounded me, with whom I was for the past 5 years, which really helped me grow a lot. So thank you all. Thank you very much for being with us, for being with me. And let's hope that this is not the final party, that sooner or later we might all be able to come together, meet, share our joys and happiness again as a family. All the best to all of you. And apologies if I have for my shortcomings, Good luck, prayers, and God bless.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate each and every one of us who made it till here. And thank you so much for the award. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the professors who have been with us all through these 5 years, guiding us, supporting us. Though it took some time to learn to enjoy Insta life, once I learned it, it was simply wonderful. I got to discover new areas of interest, new hobbies, and the institute and the department gave me opportunities to pursue them. More importantly, I was able to build some strong bonds and friendships with the people around me. Thinking back, it was filled with learning experiences. Once again, my heartiest congratulations to all of you and best wishes for everything you do in life in the future. Thank you.
That brings us to the end of the convocation ceremony for the batch of 2015. Many congratulations. With a simultaneously light but also heavy heart, we bid you goodbye, wish you the very best, and needless to add, are so very proud of you. Please go on to lead wonderful, interesting, beautiful lives.
Nothing.
Yes, Subakat.
Yeah, please. And start this.
Certainly. Welcome all. Thank you, Professor Dash, and thank you, Professor Krishnan, for that wonderful inspirational address. As if your resume wasn't impressive enough, you also brought to us a pantheon of inspirational figures. So thank you so much for that very thoughtful presentation, all of those details, which I think are so greatly important to this graduating batch at the cusp of a very uncertain world. So I'd like to start off by first taking the opportunity to thank you for being here, for spending your time with us on what seems to have become the norm right now, which is this online world. I hope that you do visit us in better times and we are able to partake of wisdom a little bit more in person.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dash. Thank you all for being here and congratulations to all the graduates. I'm unable to contain my excitement at seeing all your names right now, even though virtually. It doesn't seem so bad, honestly, even though everybody's in virtual presence. So many congratulations. How lovely is it that all of you have graduated? How wonderful that you're adults. God help the world. And you're all wonderful, interesting, quirky folks, all of you. I know you have a roaring WhatsApp conversation going on the side as well. And what I wouldn't give to be part of that. Let me start also, before we move on to the informal part of the ceremony, by thanking the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences and Professor Dash for abetting this entire ceremony, for making all of it so easy, and of course, Mr. Kannan and team, and my wonderful faculty colleagues and staff for spending their evening here. It's also nice to feel like a department right now in these times. Can I request Professor Dash to perhaps play the videos from Vasant and Vignesh, because I know they've sent in some individual words as recordings, before I open it out for any comments, things that people might want to say, and various words from students before they figure out that the world is actually a much worse place than IIT and 5 years wasn't too bad.
Thank you. Thank you, this time.
Respected faculties and my dear friends, I'm happy to meet and speak virtually on this day at Department of Education, despite we are restricted in our homes during the lockdown phase of the COVID. We need our last few months of the last semester. On this occasion, I need to say my sincere thanks to our head of department for his constant support and guidance. I would also wish to express my deep gratitude to all the faculties, those courses I took and which I didn't, for their support and for helping me to cross this course with ease. A special thanks to my teammate project guys, Suresh Babu sir and John Bosco sir, for their constant support and for guiding me to the project, especially during the time of COVID lockdown phase where they could not meet physically. Thank you, sir, for helping me, for clearing all my presentations, and for guiding me through the entire process of this project. I would also wish to express my deep thanks to all my teaching staffs who have helped me in all my dedicated staffs in this, and their constant support made my institute life a pleasure. And to my friends, you have made my life memorable. I can still remember the occasions when we had deep conversations on conflicts of the market. I still remember I sought help from you for sorting out my doubts in quant, especially. Thank you for making my life memorable, making my life joyous at campus. Confidence, courage, knowledge, exposure I gained in my 5 years at institute could not be expressed in words or minutes. I did not take much of a test, so I'm making sure. Though we are separated in different locations now, and we could not go to institute for the last few months of the last semester due to the hard days of COVID lockdown, I sincerely feel that our sweet memories binds us together here in the virtual congregation now, though we are at different locations. Finally, congrats to all prize winners, institutes and medalists. Now, I'd like to thank you all for your support and guidance. Finally, for one last time, this HS15 at 044. Thanking you all. Bye.
Thank you, Vasant. Now I'm playing the video sent by Vignesh.
Sign off from the institute. But I'm very thankful to the department for organizing such a nice place to share our emotions. To begin with, let me thank the entire department and all the faculty members who have supported me throughout this journey. A special thanks to my MAP guide, Professor Saboj Kumar. I know I troubled him a lot, especially during the lockdown times, but he was so patient, so supportive. And it is for sure, without his support, I don't think I could have completed my MA project on time. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank our head, Professor Umakant Dash. He was very empathetic, very optimistic. For instance, whatever demand we posed before him, he readily accepted. Either it is purchasing of assistive devices or whatever assistive requests we have for him. Thank you very much, sir. I hope the department will become more inclusive and accessible in the days to come. I also thank all the non-teaching staff, especially the office members who supported in all possible ways. For instance, arrangement of scribes for the exams and whatnot, even protecting me from monkeys in the corridor. So I really don't know how to show my gratitude to you, but a very big thanks to each one of you. HS15. A big sorry, guys. I really don't know what to share, what not to share in this very short duration. I think I definitely need another 5 years to express how HS15 mean to me. Okay, to put it simple, HS15 is like my another house. I start from my home, travel for another half an hour, and end up in my another home. So it's such a safe, secure, and peaceful and pleasant environment. You know, people never let me alone. You travel with me wherever I go. Okay, even you walk with me literally. Or even I made you walk. Although you have your cycles with you, I feel very sorry for that, but at the same time, I'm very glad to have you people with me around. This 5 years time might appear just like 20% of my life so far, but I feel I have accomplished a lot, enjoyed a lot, learned a lot, and all because of you people. Either it be academic discussions or informal conversation or unending debates that happens in mess or even in hostel rooms. So I thoroughly enjoyed them all. I really amused at those things actually. There are lots of joyous moments, the trip to Mahabalipuram or even to Parliament or even one stay in Delhi. Really a nice time in my life. So unforgettable moments, right? There are a lot of tiny things which I missed before coming to IITs. For instance, I never had watched non-Tamil movies, right? The main reason is I couldn't read subtitles on my own, but if people made me watch such movies like you sat with me and read all the subtitles. Though it might appear so cheap from your perspective, but if you see from my point of view, it has high value, high utility, guys. And it's all because of you. While talking about this, I think I have to mention about two people here, without whose support I may not be delivering my farewell speech now. One is my math guru. So, of course, I learned math and eco with most of you people, but he's so special because he teach me before exam or even on the way to examination venue. So that's most special about him. He's none other than Saurav. I know I troubled him a lot. To say frankly, I tortured him a lot, never let him sleep. But he was so cool and patient and taught me. And without his support, I don't know, I may not pass most of the quant or eco courses. I should not say thank you, but I don't know what else to say now. Maybe I'll show you my gratitude in Lavasna if time permits. And the second person is my technology partner. A disability can be easily overcome through technology, but if you are not so fond of technology, then it's going to hurt you badly. But whenever I find it difficult with technology, there is only one savior. It is Nami Krupa. So starting from IT lab or even with drawing ecograms, whatever. So she helped me out with them. Not only that, whenever my computer didn't obey my order, so she comes and saves me. Even she helped me out, though I didn't ask for. Like she'll be converting all the question banks into accessible format and drop me in the inbox. So such a nice person. I scared if I could find such kind of person in the rest of my life. Thank you so much, Nami. I think I'm running out of time. So I have a lot of things to speak about each one of you personally, but it's only due to time I just cut short my speech. But I amuse with each and every one of you guys. Either it be the members in my placement team or even in the conference team, especially in the conference team, I wonder how you people make me interact with you when I could not physically present there, like calling me over phone and discuss something. So cute, so nice of you guys. Yeah. And I think I have to mention about one more person here. Yeah, so he never let me stand alone anywhere, literally. So wherever I go, we spend most of the times together, right? Either in having lunch together, or fighting with monkeys together, or sitting in DCF between two periods. It's none other than Vasant Kumar, so my partner in crime. Actually, there are many people misunderstood that his grandfather is my grandfather. So that kind of love and affection he and his family show on me. So again, I should not say, but I don't know what else can be said for that. Thank you so much, Vasant. To end my speech, I should say, you people, what I am currently is all because of you. The change in ideology, the change in perspectives, whatever it is, it's all because of you. And I'm thoroughly going to miss you people. All right, before ending, it's really the age of uncertainty, guys. You might not find the place where you want to be or where you deserve to be, but don't lose your heart. Stay confident. We are there for. We will stay together, right? So if you feel depressed or something, just have a call. Just call us. Our HS15 thing will continue forever, right? So don't feel that you're alone. Also, everything will be normalized soon. So stay confident. So for the final time, I'm signing off as HS158045. Thank you for everything.
Over to you, Mathangi.
Thank you, Vignesh and Vasant, for those enormously inspirational and cheering messages. This has honestly been the most uplifting hour of my month so far. So thank you for sharing those messages. And of course, we're all online. I see some of you dressed up. It's wonderful. I have a note from Dr. Prema Rajgopalan to read out. But before that, I only see out of the graduating PhD cohort, Vishak online. So I wanted to maybe invite him to say a few words on perhaps his own behalf, but also on behalf of the PhD cohort, and then open it up. And can I suggest that whoever wants to share a few words, any of us, just ping me in the chat window or to all of us, and maybe we can take a few words from everybody, chat a little, make this a true graduation ceremony. So Vishak first, and please send me some chat messages. Hari, maybe you should sit this one out for a little bit and then come back. Vishak, are you online?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can I request the graduates to unmute them?
Yeah, hi all of you.
We can't see. Video, please unmute the video for a minute.
Mr. Balaji, my apologies. I did not see you on the list. Please do speak after Vishak as well. I was scrolling through the list really quickly. Vishak?
I have unmuted my video also. Can you see me or not?
Perfectly. Please go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just because I I see that I'm the only one from the PhD list here. And I can't speak on behalf because I never had a cohort in the department as such, even though except maybe Justin, who's graduating along with me in this batch. I just wanted to particularly thank my supervisor, Dr. Santosh Abraham, and my doctor committee member and my teacher, Dr. Santosh, because it can sound formal, but it's actually from the heart. I'm saying that it's without them, it would have never been possible for me to submit. A person like me submitting a PhD thesis itself, when I find it very surprising. The ways in which I postpone my work and all that, I'm sure they might have had a pretty difficult time with me, whether I'm doing things on deadline, etc. So I particularly thank Dr. Santosh Abraham and Santosh Raghavan on this occasion. I mean it from my heart. They have helped me a lot, not just in polishing my thoughts, but also teaching me how to be in an academic space, and teaching me the right temperament and the right way to ask questions, the right not the right rather to suggest me how to basically be in an academic atmosphere. So I particularly thank them for everything that they have given me, and I also thank Benjamin and Chella Rajan for the academic support, and also the friendship they have rendered out to me during the course of the time. So apart from that, the PhD students, I think I must specifically thank Dayal, because he has been a comrade throughout my academic journey. In terms of polishing my thought and streamlining, etc. Dayal has been of enormous support to me academically, particularly. So I thank him at this moment. And I also miss Mr. Milind. I miss all the beautiful conversations, and also Geeta. So these are all the things that I wanted to say, and congratulations to all of you who are graduating. And this batch, even though the MA batch, I don't know them personally enough, except maybe a few of them. I have always found this really composed and very matured whenever certain issues came up in terms of the response that they gave. And I think this was an amazing batch of MA students, and I congratulate all of them for being composed and for being matured enough and for really being who they were. So congratulations to all of you, and also to the PhD students who are graduating. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, Dr. Vishak, since I can say it now officially.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Balaji, you wanted to speak next.
Good evening to the distinguished guest, and thanks for a very inspirational speech by the chief guest. And to the professor and HOD and my guide, Professor Mohan Dash, and other professors, good evening. At the outset, I would like to say my experience during this PhD program was quite arduous. But at the same time, the professors, particularly my guide, Professor Umakant Dash, the positive guidance and the enriching support converted the entire journey into a very pleasant journey. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank my guide, Professor Umakant Dash. It's very rare to see such a nice and a positive personality who is always there to support and guide you and give you a positive direction. So I have a special thanks to mention in this occasion. I would summarize my entire journey into 3 key takeaways. One has to find what is one is very passionate about, and only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is a great work. And only way to do great work is to be obsessed about what you do. The second takeaway is strike a balance between exploitation of your existing skills and exploration of new horizons on a daily basis. The third major takeaway during this process, this academic process, I learned was the wisdom will come to us most of the time from the unlikeliest sources, lots to failures. And when we hit the rock bottom, we should remember the same rock bottom can be converted into a solid foundation on which we can grow and build ourselves. And I thank Professor Umakant Dash for this opportunity, and also Professor Martin Krishnamurthy for allowing me to share my views. And I take this opportunity to wish all of you a wonderful future career, be it a job or an academic life. And congratulations to all of you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Balaji, and congratulations. Now, may I please invite anybody else who would like to say something? Welcome back, Saurav. please do share your words, thoughts, feelings, what have you. It's open season, folks. We may not be in class, but I can see each one of you and I will call on you. Trust me. Either that or I start sharing stories about all of you and you don't want that. Trust me on that too. I also invite my colleagues to please offer some necessary wisdom to this graduating batch.
Maybe you can read Dr. Prema's message.
Certainly, Umakant. Let me just pull up the note. Dr. Prema Rajgopalan wasn't sure about her connection, so she sent me a note to read out to all of you. So let me just do that. It says, I met you all in your very first semester and was very happy to note all the dreams and expectations in your eyes. Some of you became my advisees. I had the opportunity to know you a little more. I met you informally just to ensure that you were doing well. Soon I realized that you had fitted well with the system here in the institute. There were times when some of you expressed concerns about your batchmates, requested me to take special interest. I figured then that you're a well-knit batch. I wish and pray that you connect with your friends and batchmates with the same spirit wherever you go. 5 years have gone by fast. You're on the threshold of a new phase in your life, but I'm sure you will think back and relive the moments of joy and excitement that you experienced as students in the department and institute. You are our ambassadors. You carry a collective identity that HSS IIT Madras has given you. Like your seniors, I'm sure that all of you will do well in life and careers, and I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
So anybody else?
It's always the profound question, who will go first?
Okay, Matangi, let me start. This is Anu.
Please.
Okay, so first of all, I want to congratulate all the graduates, both MS students and PhD students who are graduating or formally graduating through this informal ceremony today. And perhaps because I used to teach 2 courses to the development studies students, and roughly half of the MS students who are graduating this time. And perhaps most of the DS student has the memory or about myself as one of the toughest professor in the department, right? So let me clarify, perhaps I am not one of the toughest professor. It seems toughest because perhaps 2 toughest courses I used to handle in the department. One is statistics, another is microeconomics, right? But what message I want to give you that, see, in your lifetime, whatever you are going to, I am sure that you will do very good in your life. Whatever work you are going to do, you are going to engage with, okay? But try to enjoy each and every work what you are going to do. And if you try to enjoy that, you will see that no escape. You have to involve yourself into that work, each and every possible way, whatever you can. Do that. All the best for you. And I am sure you will enjoy, you will success in your life. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Anup. Thank you so much. That's the least tough Anup has ever sounded, I'm sure.
Ma'am, I'll start, I think.
Go for it, Sunana. I expect no less.
Thank you, everybody, for all the lovely words. It feels like I'm back in the department, and it feels really good because that's the happiest I've ever been. I really hope that this could have happened in person, but It feels so nice, nevertheless, to spend the evening in such a lovely way. And the department's been my home, and I was very homesick in my first year. I missed my family and I missed my school a lot. And I used to resist what the department was telling me in the beginning, and then that eventually changed, and I had such a lovely time there. And I miss everybody. I miss all the professors. I miss having coffee at Usha. I miss the classes, and I even miss the pre-NSEM mugging. I miss all of it. So thank you guys for being here and for giving us such a lovely evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunena. And last minute mugging notwithstanding, on to get published. So maybe not all of it was last minute.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please, everybody else.
Shall we start, Randa?
I think I'm going to give it a few more minutes to coax some people, Umakant. Everything that Vishal said about it being a mature
Matangi?
batch, very put together.
Matangi?
Yes?
Rajesh here.
Yes, Rajesh, please, all yours.
Yeah. Every time you are calling for names, I feel like these people are still sitting in the class. They don't realize that they have graduated. They can speak up now. So, besides that, congratulations. And it is good to see many of you online. Many of you are not visible, including me, because the internet doesn't support that kind of streaming. Wish we could meet at this occasion. I was very hopeful that it will happen in person, but nonetheless, it was organized, and it happens because not virtually, practically, Umakant spends whole day in the department ever since this whole thing has started. So we got to meet. Not much to say. Again, congratulations. Hope this ends and do come to the department sometime. And at least you can speak now. You realize that you are not in the class anymore. I'll mute myself so that others can speak. Matangi, I'm done.
Matangi, can I?
Thank you, Rajesh. Yes, of course. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, so good to see you all. And this is my second message. But this time it's better. This is in real time at least. Earlier it was a recorded one. So I wish you all once again a very happy, bright future. And all of you are sitting there and smiling, still keeping quiet. And I'm sure that you will compensate for the silence or this lack of opportunity to meet in person by visiting the department quite often in person and by keeping in touch. Okay, so all the best and good luck.
Thank you, Santosh. Teeny tiny floodgate opening. Anybody?
Can I speak?
Yes, Sharanya, of course.
I don't think I have anything more to add because I think my classmates have spoken so eloquently and so beautifully about all their experiences. Like Sunena said, when I joined, I genuinely didn't think this place, like department and like our classmates and all the friends that I've made would end up being home. Like I think I wrote about this in my thesis as well, and like what is home, and I feel at this point when I think of home, apart from just my family, it's also my classmates and my professors who made me who I am right now. Like I wouldn't say this, but I'll say it now, but I'm actually really proud of who I am at this point, and it's all thanks to everybody in the department. So congratulations everybody, hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Sharanya.
Maybe can I, Matangi?
Of course, JT.
Yeah, so congratulations all of you, and it's great to see you, many of you. And it was a pleasure, as someone said, that it was a mature batch. Indeed, it was actually. So I still fondly remember. Let me try to recollect some names. I definitely, distinctly remember Melvin. I remember Aswati. I remember Avinash. Yeah, then I'm struggling. So Saurav, yes, Saurav and Saranya. I'm sure you will do great if you are not already doing great. And so stay connected to the department and bring some positive energy as and when required. I really hope and pray that you will do great and have a fulfilling life. Very important. Thank you very much and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Avinash, you wanted a word? Please.
Hello all. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, sure. The farewell speech.
I think we lost his connection.
I think we have lost Avinash for a minute. He may log in any moment, I hope. I see his name on the list, but his mic is on mute. Avinash, are you with us?
I'm
Yes.
here.
Go on.
Okay, I was saying, once again, madam. I was mentioning that this is probably the closest I could get to a farewell speech. And yeah, of course, it comes under very different circumstances. Time spent away from the institute, and yeah, a good 5 months after the classes are over. And in that span of time, much has changed, including the condition of the world outside and lot of personal outlooks and experiences too. But what has stayed constant, and I think will stay constant throughout, is the the fact that the department has been a very formative influence in who I am. And this is from the smallest of quirks and idiosyncrasies to the most profoundest and uh, important of ideas. I've picked up so much from classmates, professors, other staff out here. As I mentioned, I've been in equal measure intimidated and inspired by everyone here. And yeah, to conclude, as it's been, I've learned lessons which I'll carry through for the rest of my life. So grateful to everybody here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Avinash. Anybody else would like to share any experiences, words? Or like they say, questions, comments, concerns? All right, going once, going twice, and sold to the graduating batch of 2015. I have a few last words. I'd like to take the opportunity to grab some more footage time just because I can, and I miss you all. I have stories about each one of you. I know and remember all of you through feminism and through post-colonial writing. And I wanted to offer you some counterintuitive advice, completely contrary to possibilities of career and future. So as a closing statement, I have for you a poem borrowing a card from my colleagues in English studies by one of my favorite poets, Tony Hoagland. And he says, down near the bottom of the crossed out list of things you have to do today, between green thread and broccoli, resting on the page, the word is as beautiful. It touches you as if you had a friend and sunlight were a present he had sent you from some place distant as this morning to cheer you up and to remind you that among your duties, pleasure is a thing that also needs accomplishing. Do you remember that time and light are kinds of love, and love is no less practical than a coffee grinder or a safe spare tire? Tomorrow, you may be utterly without a clue, but today you get a telegram from the heart in exile, proclaiming that the kingdom still exists, the king and queen alive, still speaking to their children, to anyone among them who can find the time to sit out in the sun and listen. Congratulations, batch of 2015. Thanks to each one of you for being here. And it's wonderful to be able to spend time with you all. Thank you, Professor Dash. Over to you. My duties are done.
Thank you, Matangi. And I congratulate once again to all. And I'm sure as Professor Krishnan has given you the insights, you're going to follow somebody as your mentor, and you're going to follow their footsteps, and maybe in 10 years, 15 years down the line, you will be one amongst them. And when you come back to our department, you are definitely going to get a good reception. So thank you very much. We couldn't able to hold the convocation in person, but I think we could tried our best to make it memorable. Once again, I would like to thank Professor Krishnan for giving us some time and such a wonderful speech. We will invite, we are going to wait you, sir, whenever you come to Chennai, or otherwise also we will invite you to come to our department and spend some time with our colleagues and students. Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Good. Special thanks for Dr. Matangi.
Anytime, Dr. Dash. Thank you all. Professor Dash, and to you as well for organizing all of this.
Thank all the graduates. Thank you all.